Okay, in this video, we're going to be doing job order entry. We're going to try to create a new job ticket for a part that we created in the previous session. If you recall, we also created a video training session for quote and part specification module. And so in this session, we're going to try to create a new job order. And to create a new job order, you select Enter New Job Order here from the menu. Um, Now, typically, uh, the system assumes that you already have an existing part number or quote in the master file, because that's the best scenario. Because once you know the part number, you can simply key that number in, and the system will pull all the specification, including pricing, finish, special requirement, processes, pictures, all in one step. All the pertinent information into the job order without having you to rekey all of that in. So in this example, we're going to call keyed in the part number that we created in the previous example in the quote module, and that part number is 458 458 458976. Okay, and you would press enter. And if the system detects similar parts, like in this case, there are two very similar parts, 458976-13 and 458976-256. So it's prompting you a list of existing parts in the system for you to select. And this one, we're going to do it for control manufacturing. Remember, we have an existing account called control manufacturing, so we continue to use this particular part for our job order exercise. So the next thing it brings you to is the quantity received. You notice with the selection of that part, the system now has all the information that it needs, aside from a few pieces of info or fields that we need to fill in. But if you look at the build to, that belongs to control manufacturing, ship to, and of course processes right here, process steps, specification, thicknesses, remember we put that in, and also pricing information, $4.50 each, remember that from the prior session, and additional charges here, also quantity pricing. So let's go back to the main, and we're going to fill in. For this example, we're going to put in, let's say, 1,000 pieces. Okay, so 1,000 pieces. 1,000 pieces, just to see what kind of pricing, what kind of pricing the system would show. If we go into the pricing info here, it shows a price of $4.50. It is because we specify in the quote that quantity from 0 to 1,000, the system would take $4.50 as the unit price. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and maintain 1,000 pieces. Weight in, if we have weight per piece, or if we know what's the weight in for that particular job order, typically they send in a container or a skid or in boxes, and they would have the piece count, and in addition to the piece count, you would have the weight, whether it's 100 pounds or 50 pounds, whatever the case may be for that piece, and you put that in. Unit, you want to keep the unit the way it is. I'll explain more how the billing unit could affect the final price when you invoice this particular job ticket, work order, or job order. PO number, so I'm going to put in, let's say, P12345. Okay, and lot number. This is what lot number, if it comes into multiple lots, you can track each one. So I'm going to just say lot number L1234. PS number, that's the pack and slip number. That's the pack and slip document number that came in with the job. Typically they ship in the part to you, whether it's using FedEx, UPS, or their truck, and this order, or this batch of parts would be shipped with a control document number, and that's what we call a pack and slip number. Okay, so we're going to say PS 12345 12345. Date received, it defaults to today's date. Date required, when do they need this part back typically, and it defaults to 3 days. 3 days default to 3 days. You can control the number of turnaround days, default number of turnaround. It was 3, 5, 7, but this in this case it defaults to 3. Date schedule, when you want to schedule this, we're going to schedule, and if we're going to deliver by the 20th, we're going to schedule it, let's say, on the 17th today. Okay. Number of containers, you can put in like 5 boxes. Okay. And that's about it. Unless you have other like notes. For example, hot job. Uh, they need, let's say, 500 pieces overnight. Okay? They need 500 pieces overnight. So this is where you would put job notes, and the notes are only uniquely to this job. Okay, only applicable to this job. Ship notes, if they have any kind of additional notes for this job, saying, for example, ship via UPS red for the first 500 pieces only. Okay, now the ship notes will be printed on the job ticket and will appear on the shipping order when they're ready to ship this thing out. Again, it's a form of communicating, sharing information with other departments in the company. And oftentimes, this information is available with the paperwork, with the purchase order that came with this shipment, with this batch of parts. Okay, so as you can see here, we don't have much to fill in other than the quantity, the weight, PO number, lot number, and just the date schedule, date require, and any other notes. But the rest, including process, specifications, and all that, would already been carried over automatically from the quote module. So that's the first step of saving the system, saving time by sharing information from the one module to the next. And you can see the flow, it's become apparent here. At this point, I can certainly just simply click on print if I need to print this job ticket out right away, and attach this to the work ticket, to the job order.